Hi and welcome back to class of Design of Machine Elements. I am Hitesh Raiyani, Assistant Professor at Alja Institute of Engineering and Technology. This is lecture 35, Stresses and Deflections in Spring. So learning outcomes of this lecture is to learn the stresses and deflections produced in the spring when spring is subjected to external load. So first we start the stresses in spring wire. So for that, consider the figure here. Figure A shows the helical spring and it is subjected to load P and has a mean diameter capital D and wire diameter is a small d. So this is the helical spring subjected to load P. Now to calculate the stresses in spring, we have to make unwound of this spring. So if we unbend this spring, the figure B shows the helical spring unbent position. So if we unbend this spring, the length of the wire is pi d and as shown in figure here, and the load is applied at the distance capital D by 2 and the wire diameter is small d. So according to this unbent condition of spring, the moment or MT, it is known as the torsional moment, is given by, as we know the torsional moment Ft is equal to force into distance. Here the force is P and the distance is d by 2. So MT is P into capital D by 2. So this is the MT, that is torsional moment. Now consider the cross section of spring wire. So here you can see the three cross sectional of spring wires and it is subjected to different stresses. Figure A shows the spring wire subjected to pure torsional stress. Figure B shows the spring wire subjected to direct shear stress, and figure C shows the spring wire subjected to combined torsional pure torsional stress and direct stress. So we have to learn in this chapter one by one. So first consider the case A, that is the pure torsional stress. As we know the torsional stress tau 1, here the pure torsional stress is denoted by tau 1 and we know the formulas for the tau 1, that is 16 mt divided by pi into d cube. So here MT we calculated in previous slides and that is nothing but the P into capital D divided by 2. So if we place the value of MT here, we get the tau 1 is equal to 8 PD divided by pi d cube. So this is the pure torsional stress, that is tau 1. Now consider the case B, that is the direct shear stress. Here direct shear stress tau 2 is equal to E divided by pi by 4d square. As we know the direct shear stress is equal to force divided by cross section area, and here the force P is applied, so we have to place the P divided by pi by 4d square. Pi by 4d square is the cross sections of wire. Here the wire is circular, so it is pi by 4 into d square. So if we simplify these equations, we get tau 2 is equal to 4p divided by pi d square, and if we further simplify these equations, we get the tau 2 is equal to 8pd divided by pi d cube into 0.5 small d divided by capital D. So this is the direct shear stress. Now the case 3 or C, combined torsional and direct shear stress. So here both stress is applied on spring wire, so we have to combine both the stresses. So we have a formula for the torsional shear, pure torsional shear, that is tau 1, and also we have formulas for the direct shear, that is tau 2. So in this case the combined stress is applied or produced on the spring wire. So we have to find the combined stress tau is equal to nothing but the summation of these two stresses, that is tau 1 plus tau 2. So here we have a value of tau 1 is that is equal to 8 pd divided by pi dq, and tau 2 sorry, and tau 2 is equal to 8 pd divided by pi dq into 0.5 into small d divided by capital D. So if we take a common 8 pd divided by pi dq, so we get the tau is equal to 8 pd divided by pi dq into 1 plus 0.5 small d divided by capital D. So we get the tau values. Now next is the shear stress correction factor Ks. So here I call back the equations of tau, that is 8 pd divided by pi dq into 1 plus 0.5 small d divided by capital D. So Ks is equal to, in these equations the 1 plus 0.5 d small d divided by capital D is the Ks, and that is nothing but the shear stress correction factors. So we can write Ks is equal to 1 plus 0.5 divided by C in the terms of spring index. Here the C is the spring index, and the value of C we know the capital D by small d. So Ks becomes 1 plus 0.5 divided by C. So if we place the value of Ks, this value is equal to Ks, so tau is equal to Ks into 8 pd divided by pi into pi dq. So tau becomes K into 8 pd divided by pi dq. Here the K is the van der Waals stress factors, and it is given by K is equal to 4c minus 1 divided by 4c minus 4 plus 0.615 divided by C. So this is the Waals factors, and according to Waals equations tau is equal to K into 8 pd divided by pi dq. Now deflections in spring wire. So to calculate the deflections in spring wires, consider the unbent spring here as shown in figures. So it has a length pi d, and force P is applied at distance capital D by small d. The angle of twist theta for the given condition is, as we know, the theta is equal to mt into L divided by J into G. Here the theta is the angle of twist in radians, mt is the torsional moment, that is Pd divided by 2, and L is the length of bar. So here the length of bar is, you can say the length of wire is pi d, and J is the polar moment of inertia of wire, or you can say bar. So it is nothing but the pi by 32 d raised to 4, and G is the modulus of rigidity. So if we place all this value in our equation, theta is equal to mt into L divided by J into G, we get the answer of theta is equal to Pd divided by 2 here into pi d, and divided by pi by 32 d raised to 4 into G. And if we simplify these equations, we get theta is equal to 16 pd square into n divided by gd raised to 4. So this is the angle of twist theta. Now consider the figure here. So here the spring is subjected to load P, and it is deflected by delta as shown in figure here. So to calculate the deflections delta, we have to use the equations delta is equal to theta into length of bracket. So here the length of bracket is capital D by capital D by 2 and multiply by theta. So we get the value of delta. we have calculated the value of theta in previous slide. So theta is equal to 16 p d square into n divided by GD raised to 4. So if we place the value of theta in our equations, we get the deflections in spring. So that is delta is equal to 8p d cube into n divided by GD raised to 4. So here this is the deflections in spring wire. Now we have a deflections of spring wire, so we can calculate the spring rate. As we know, the spring rate is equal to K is equal to P by delta, or you can say the stiffness of spring K is equal to P by delta. Here the value of delta we know, that is 8p d cube into capital N divided by GD raised to 4. So if you place the value of delta, you can get the spring rate K is equal to GD raised to 4 divided by 8d cube N. So this is the spring rate equation. So in these lectures we learn the equations of stress produced in spring, and also we learn how to calculate the deflections of spring subjected to static load P. And last we learn the spring rate. Thank you.